It's NFL Combine week, and we're going to catch a lot of news and information about these prospects all week long, leading up to their workouts and even afterwards. A lot of rumors, a lot of information. But right now, we're going to deal with some new information about these quarterbacks, some things to look forward to here. And at the Combine, the three major players of the quarterback position are planning to throw at the Combine: Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, and C.J. Stroud. Bryce Young is going to wait till his pro day, which this is big time news. One thing that I saw is Anthony Richardson is really planning to compete as many drills as possible, which I believe this is huge for him because he has to showcase what he can do. He has to perform because he does have some iffy spots in his tape, his player profile, and he really needs to have a good combine. CJ Stroud, he doesn't really have to, really. He's locked in as one of the top quarterbacks, but he really wants to cement himself. He really wants to showcase that arm. And Will Levis is kind of in the same boat as Anthony Richardson. A lot of debate on his mental processing, his ability to make decisions. He does have a cannon. If he can just show that off at the Combine, show that off, and some of his athleticism, show that deep ball, maybe he can increase his stock. Maybe he can create some intrigue. Maybe he can insulate himself so he doesn't fall. Maybe he can help himself out. But this is huge for him and Anthony Richardson. CJ Stroud's really just trying to solidify himself. He's just trying to be game. He's really just coming out there and do his thing. He really doesn't need to do much this year. He really doesn't. He is really locked in as the QB2 or QB1, depending on what these teams want to do. So Stroud doesn't have to really do much, but it's good to see that he's out there. Bryce Young doesn't have to do anything. He's locked in, loaded as the QB1/QB2. More than likely one, but we'll just have to see what happens. He could lose a spot due to Stroud if Stroud goes off, but Bryce Young is pretty much good to go. Pretty much just going to wait for his pro day, throw on his own field, and that's something to look at. But we also got more rumors coming out from these quarterbacks, more on Anthony Richardson, more about what these scouts are talking about here. They're saying that they'll be surprised that he comes out of the top 10 of the NFL draft. We're catching leaks of this so often, but again, when we looked at Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft, he fell to like pick 18, 19 in that draft. So that also lets me know that there might be some information out there that some of these scouts think that he's going to fall. I think everything's hearsay right now, and we're not going to know till the actual NFL draft. They said several scouts mentioned this, but several scouts doesn't mean it's all scouts, and it doesn't mean they're telling the truth. Everything's objective here. The last time Florida had a QB select in the top 10 was 56 years ago. The thing about this, though, is Anthony Richardson does have a lot to prove. Everybody knows he's a developmental quarterback, and even the QB-needy teams can just pivot to another position if they feel like it's too risky, and maybe someone will take a chance on him on the cheap. But him going in top 10 is something we're going to have to wait for. We have seen him go in the top 10 in some mocks, but it's also some speculation. Right now, everything's hearsay, everything's rumors. We just got to see what happens. We got to see what the NFL thinks. This combine is going to be huge for him. Compared to all the other quarterbacks, this combine is going to be really huge for him. He can't really make many mistakes because that might lean into the fact that he's a developmental quarterback that people are talking about, that those holes in his tape leaning into the combine. If he's lights out, though, he might be going up in ranks. That might solidify him more. He's a guy to keep an eye on. Does he run at the combine? That's one thing we want to see. Does he do that? Or is he just looking to throw, looking to do some stuff, do the interviews? We got to see. But we are here, baby. We're here for the NFL Combine. Let me know in the comments below what you think about these quarterbacks. Who's your QB 1, 2, 3, 4? I want to hear about it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. It's only going to help you going forward, building your dynasty team, staying into the news, and everything else. I want to thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.